Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the stream start like almost instantaneously today. So today we're gonna do more research, and yeah, I got my beard cut, so I look like a kid right now. So yeah, today we're gonna yeah, be sweaty male to female, female to female jumper wires, right? Good quality breadboard USB-C data cable. Okay, so currently what we are doing is like, okay, I need a lot of what they call like a lot of uh where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I do not need USB-C data cable. Okay, I do already have USB-C data cable, right? But I think they are kind of like a like yeah. So soldering iron, textile linder soldering, big message spun soldering stand. Without these, you'll fight loose connection. Okay. Electronic component resistance. One packet of 100. That you'll use these forever. Right. I need resistors. A pack of resistors. Right. So yeah. Resistors. Wait a sec, guys. Pack of resistors, lithic 140 values. Okay, not one resistors. I mean, we need a packet of resistors with different you know. Majority of the things that I bought. Okay, what is it? Like 22 ohm, it's the 522 ohm FS. Like yeah, but I need different quality. 100 like yeah, pack of resistors. I should go with the pack, which includes a variety. Like yeah, a pack would be very much efficiently better than compared to other things, right? Mm-hmm. And what else is ChatGPT asking us to buy? Because we are like yeah, we are supposed to read today. We're gonna get you the capacitors, power and future stuff. IR hardware, IR LED, high power by 10. The current one is already working with power by the power supply breadboard. Measurement tools, future sensors, PR mirror sensor, MM sensors, ambient lines with CO2 sensors, equivalent UC sensor, sound sensor optional. Right, final prototype perf board PCB set at this point connected ESC hot sink tubing wire structure side connector small rear circuit 1 IR 22 resistors with nether transistor. That's enough to over complicated. Like I do have a high power IR transmitter, right? That is, and then I needed like a what they call like okay once again. Right, 22 ohm resistors, 22. Okay, I do have. Where is that? This is not the bestseller. There's Amazon Choice, but let me just go back. Like 220 ohms, right? So yeah, this is like yeah, Amazon's Choice. Like okay, let's just add the card too. Like it's a set of how many 50 pieces? Yeah, let's just add the card too. The card too. Right, 2 and 2 transistors. Like yeah, we can have the transistors too. We're buying another breadboard just in case. Control V. Like yeah, we can add the card too. It's a set PCB purpose. Pack of yeah. Um. Pack of like how much? Pack of what? There's Amazon Choice, but there's like a pack of 10. Okay, there's reviews 4.4, 4.2. I don't know why Amazon chooses that, but it's like yeah, Mondatera. Like yeah, so they would be just delivered in 2 days. I think that's which is a good thing. Let's buy the cheapest one because they have like the highest. I don't know. Yeah, let's go with that. And things I would not buy LED screens, relay modules. Like yeah, this would be three point full jumper wire male to female texture controlling soldering station solder flux. Weak digital multimeter. What is digital multimeter? USB logic analyzer resistance. Ignite data transmitter. Put my high power 90 mAh USB data cables. USB cables. You know, let's go with the images. Yeah, there it is. USB, micro USB. Yeah, they call it micro USB. Fuck, not USB-C. They call it micro USB. Micro USB cable. Micro USB cables are extremely cheap, right? Mm-hmm. I took out, so we've got like a micro USB. Right, so we've got a micro USB. I think they are charging extremely high for a fucking micro USB, but then again, precision screwdriver set, now heat shrinking tubing, VC data cables now, side cutters, now wire strippers, what are those? Like, because like we need to buy everything. I mean, yeah, you can't see like if I take like everything onto here on the page, it's you can't see that. Like, yeah, if I were to show like, yeah, we are gonna buy a lot of stuff. Oh, I do not think I need this wire. I mean, like, yeah, we may need this in the future, and I think we do have something similar to that at home too. So they kind of like get us the job done or something. What else is ChatGPT asking us to buy? OLED, ESP3 modules, full jumper texture control, stoning switch of fuck, digital multimeter. What is that? I already got pretty much majority of the stuff, and I'm just okay. Yeah, this kind of like checks a lot of things. It's a digital multimeter, okay, but shopping link capacitor. Okay, what is that? Capacitor, right? So you have like a okay. But I should say go with the most important. I should like. No, not that capacitor. Okay, edit. Highest priority. First. Breadboard. ESP. B32. IR receiver. Transmitter. BME28. And the rest. Okay, you have highest. This is receiver. This is transmitter. This is. Okay, let me just give it more respect. IR. Yeah, so we are still gonna like at first I thought we were gonna not build it, but yeah, and we are gonna read, but it's like I'm gonna get this one electronic ESP to dev kits. We do have ESP look dev. Okay, what dev we want? Like okay, wait a sec. What the fuck? Yeah. We did already bought this, so we already have this, which is a good thing. I think it's kind of asking me to buy multiple or something. Prototypes, yeah. Future sensors, power, LED, wait, what? Male to female zipper, female to good quality. No, this is actually going upwards. It's a 83 bed.2 boats, male to male fires, male to female zipper, BM to and the receiver. We got high power LED transmitters, yeah, ITM 10. Optional but recommended. Okay. Disturb base. Let's just see if this is like the thing is what I did realize whatever that is optional, like yeah, you can't like optional things works better than you can imagine. So they are like 10k ohms, like yeah, 2055 tolerance 10k, yeah. Let's add this to cart. This was like 1k ohm and no, because like one that and is in my card, like 107 rupees. Like that was like a different one than this one. Right, so we are having this too, by the way, in our fucking car. Right. You're getting transistors, reliable development, right. Control soldering iron. Save hours of debugging. They don't change your product feature, but they'll save hour temperature. Solder wire, flux, dissect, side cutter, wire scraper, helping hands, and PCB holder. What is helping hand and PCB holder? I don't really know that. They save hours of debugging. Yeah, man, they literally may save hours of debugging. Ah, this thing. Okay, yeah. Okay. This is just too expensive. But I get the cheap ones will work efficiently. It's like, okay, something that holds the thing. This looks so fucking ugly for some reason. I'm never gonna buy that. But yeah, so they hold the stuff so that you can actually do something to it, right? So it's like, okay, you can have connection and you can add the thing. Oh, that's kind of like holds the thing. This is actually have high utility. I get that why people would buy that. Digital use logic analyzer, USB logic analyzer. What is that? Okay, let's just go to USB logic analyzer. I see. I don't know what that does, but it gets. They analyze logic or something. Like, yeah, they are expensive. Some of them are expensive, some of them are. But yeah, they seem like. Okay. These are things that they pay for themselves. Okay. Micro C to micro USB data. Good quality, better power and prototyping, bred with power supply module. USB power adapter, power for portable testing. The core loop works, PRMM sensors, ambient line sensors, CO2 sensor, VO2 sensors, optimal microsonar. Vision detection, pref board, JBD scaffold, like yeah, build the final device, custom. To spend, I do buy these first, male to male, breadboards too, female to female, jumper. Yeah, male to male and female to female works efficiently, high power. IR, LED, that transit resistor, astronomy, like yeah, temperature control, soldering iron, digital multimeter, everything can wait. The complete hardware stack, itna breadboard, BMI, IR receiver, high power IR, LED, itna transfer resistor kit. I should have known, like yeah, that I would need a better, like you know, soldering, like yeah, iron. Damn, I just bought the trash quality, which was the cheapest because I thought I just needed to do it one time. Soldering station, multimeter, USB logic analyzer, power module, additional sensors. Pref board, what is a pref board? Enclosure custom. Decision locking, ART verify module. Okay, yeah. So at first, like you would say, okay, Varik, but yeah, they didn't actually say helping out with that important pref board. VR grade material, lineage, webs, printed circuit boards. Difference between a pref board and okay, now I need to ask a couple questions. Okay, ChatGPT. Could you tell me what a pref board is and what is the difference between a pref board and a breadboard, right? And there are like, okay, what is USB logic analyzer? What is like multimeter? Like, yeah, I do know like USB, like yeah, that there's something that allows us to detect something. Like there's soldering station. Yeah, I bought a low quality soldering station. Maybe I will regret that later. Yeah, resistors kit. Like yeah, I think I do need to go with that. Yeah. Like as for the top quality, like you know all the like yeah, I've got all the jumper wires, like different kinds. I've got the breadboard, like yeah, 2 breadboards, ESP32 DevKit V1. I've also got that BME28. I got IR receiver. I got high power IR LED. Two transistors too. Like I do not have transistor or resistor kit. Like yeah, but what is this multimeter and USB logic analyzer that you kind of like have high priority? And yeah. I think I need to get a kit rather than just like yeah, because I want to know what this kit gives. 21x1 tolerance. Okay, I just don't know at this point. 1,000 pieces, 40 values, 1x4. I don't know. Like I really fucking don't know. Using right now. No soldering components. Perfect. You've already experienced downside. Jumper wire shifts by 1 and suddenly nothing works. Permanent version of your provider. Instead of plugging in, it is shoulder to them. Easy to change. Loose sensors. Jumper wires. The stable you'll move from refer to or eventually a custom PCB. Multimeter. Placing almost to after a soldering iron. Why is that? Like, is this pin actually 3v3? Instead of guessing maybe SP3 supplying power, you measure Now, but the jumper wire looks fine. The multimeter can text continuity. Beep wire is good. No beep wire is broken. Is this resistor actually 22? Measure it. Is my battery dead? Measure it. Is my USB cable supplying power? Measure it. Almost every time I build. We fucking need this multimeter. Oh my gosh. This is each time there are so many times when I just think in my head, is this wire the problem? Is the ESP32 hub is not giving. We fucking need multimeter. You know I need that expensive one. We just need Etuca, like a cheap one that works efficiently. Right, this is just too expensive. I mean, a cheap multimeter is better than no multimeter. I get that. Oh my gosh. It's like some basic testing. That's what we need to do. Some basic testings, man. Some basic testing. Let me just see the reviews for it. This would allow us to build our today we were supposed to stream what they call in this channel we hardly ever stream that stuff, but the reason why we're streaming is because I'm fucking building a startup. Other things can wait sometimes, right? Like a book or something. Like quality features, there is no problem. Reviews 1 star, only 3%. The one is actually saying it's bad stuff, so we can actually buy this thing. And does it says Amazon? It's Amazon choice too. That means there are no complaints or much complaints with the. Okay, we need the multi-monitor USB analyzer. This one. So imagine the serial monitor for electric signals. It literally watches wire. For example, ESP2 GP. The logic analyzer high, low, high, high, low. Millions of times per this. Then it draws graph. What is that? I don't know. Narrow the problem. Even cooler, Rick. A receiver to decode it. A logic analyzer can inspect the digital signal going into ESP32. Resistor kit. You need, ESP2. We need permanent prototyping, debug digital communication, logic analyzer, transistor kit, PME environment seeing IR LED, IR receiver, resistor kit, jumper wire, ESP2 board multimeter. One thing I had to change from earlier: buy a multimeter for the logic analyzer. A multimeter serves for almost every day as a beginner checking voltage. Imagine logic analyzer got high. Okay, I think this logic analyzer you talk about. I mean, can I connect? Let's say for example, if my BME2 is dead, right? Can I connect that? Because I do not know sometimes if my BME28 is working or not. So can I connect the logic analyzer directly to it? But then again, BME28 is not power supplied, right? So can logic how does this thing? I think this is also I'm gonna buy the multimeter right now, but I still want to know is USB logic analyzer works or not, and what is utilities and how it gets connected or something, because I think it does have some value and it can allow me to know, right, how certain things can be achieved, right? Resistor kit, I'm gonna buy it, but I think okay, what resistor kit? Okay, there are some 220 ohms, 32 ohms or what they call it, and I did find a couple of them, which is but. We need to buy that transistor kit. And transistor kit too, I mean, there's different types of transistor kit. What do I need to buy in them? That's tell me that. And as for soldering station, man, that is something we need to do, I guess. Wait a sec, someone actually sent a message. What? Doc, chat. Oh yeah, it's you today. Okay. Niket OG Pro. How buddy? How are you? Hello buddy. How are you doing, man? Oh fuck. I shouldn't have said that while I was recording. But yeah, bro. Oh yeah, I do have multiple monitors, right? Like yeah, my setup is kind of cool at this point. Like really, really cool. But yeah. Yeah, today we were supposed to read a book, but then again, I got distracted and I ended up like buying a lot of stuff because there's is some like a lot of you know, what they call problems when it comes to my building a project, and I realized I lack a lot of stuff. Like you need better tools to make better stuff, right? And I did build it a prototype, but a lot of time you don't know what the problem is because you don't have like a what they call sensors and stuff like that. So I'm buying some like normal basic stuff that you need like right now, and after that I'll be go back to reading book because that's what we decided to do today. Maybe in the afternoon or something. Yeah, I did got pretty late. And as for like okay, okay, not in my case. Okay. So as for why I got late, that was because like, today I ended up talking a lot with my father in the morning about certain stuff. So yeah, that's because of that. And I think we do need a better soldering station too. I mean, I bought a cheap one that doesn't hurt, but yeah. Okay. Soldering station. I think no, soldering kit. Station would be just too expensive. Right, this is a good one. Aha, this is a good one. Amazon's choice. Where's Amazon's choice? Yeah, this is Amazon's choice, which gives you multiple. But no, this one is what I bought. Right, and it was kind of trash. I'd need something like this. My goal: earn money. As of right now, earn money. That's why we are learning to build. Like this is what they call embedded engineering. So it's like building stuff. Right. The very reason I'm building this is because like this would be my first startup. Right. That I'm like building from my home or room or something. So yeah. This kind of stuff. Yeah, this is actually a way better soldering station. It allows me to control temperature too. And has cleaning areas too, right? I think I heard. No, I'm not gonna do IIT. The problem is, or the thing is, I wanna earn money, right? The money IIT is more about understanding a lot of things. Set up EME, then logic analytic connects the wire cell, then not to the sensor itself. It watches the communication. Everything works like ESP start, ESP to addresses these two. You'll need a multi. In 10 seconds. Becomes valuable. As your project grows, for example. OLED display. Yeah, they have displays too. Now imagine BME to suddenly stop working. We need that. We need that. We need logic analyzer. The problem. Okay, Amazon's choice is this one. Add to USB logic analyzer. Okay, we can add this to cart, but we're not gonna buy this for now because. Yeah, we can add this to cart, but it's not gonna be bought. Without IIT Makshi, you can't do anything, bro. No, you can do a lot of things, bro. Like you have to start a business online, and for that you need to create a website and services, and no one actually, creates any problem for you, right? Like there's no permission that you need to build software or build design, and like yeah, on Amazon too, like all these products, no one asks your IIT degree to actually build a product and sell it online. Like literally no one. If the product is useful, people buy it and it scales. Like you cannot get a job though earning. Yeah, no, it's not hard. That's the thing, right? You're talking about clients. You can, and we are talking about businesses. Like if there's a business, if there's a restaurant or anything, no one asks your IIT degree there, right? As long as the food is good. Businesses and job market are different, buddy. And you're right. If you are trying to get a job, like no one gives a shit if you don't have a degree or something in the job market, and in the business market is entirely different. No one gives a shit about your degree. In business market, it's exactly the opposite. Everyone gives if you can actually solve a problem or not, right? For them, if they're hungry, like yeah, so resistor need 20 common values enough for years of hobby projects. Like yeah, this one. What is the transit? Buy a small one, NP, TPC, PNP. Multimeter resistor kit. Why you should buy a logic analyzer? Okay. It absolutely okay. Yeah, we do need to get like these three things: ESP2, breadboard, jumper wire, sound transmitter, I receiver. Yeah, multimeter resistor kit. I'm going to get this later, and soldering too. I'm going to get the better soldering system later too. I definitely have to. If there are no clients, then how will the business happen? You don't see. I mean, if you create an app and someone creates an app or website, have you ever asked the person, right? Or like, if you ever asked what there is, like, what their education was? Like, you never asked that, literally. Like, from clients, I thought you meant by, working for big companies or something as a client. Like, yeah, they would definitely ask your degree, but in business, no one asks your degree. Why would we buy logic analyzer? This is bought, this is bought, this is bought. Right. These little things would work a lot. We do need to have what they call delete. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with them. Yeah. Says business multi. Solving logic analyzer. Okay. PBN supervised being I receive wire transfer. I think my BME 280 is now working, so that's another problem. Soldering transistor resistor kit, like, yeah. We are ordering. There's nothing without multimeter, trust me. This is an anti-tended USB tensor with the current power image resistance. Okay, this is another great object that they have, right? First of all, that would cost about 2,000 something. So I shall bought all of them, but like, yeah. Resistor kit, right? Yeah. Yeah, I can use green screen maybe in the future later. But yeah, my background is not really that bad or something, so I don't think so it's really that necessary to find. If you have a bad background, then you have to have like a, like, let's just close this up for a sec. RSU would be 2 jumper boats. Yeah. And as for like the business, I think what I'm going to go with is like software. Like, I just need hardware to actually test my business at home. Like, you do not actually even need a hardware. Like, it's not a hardware company that I'm going to build first. I'm going to build just a software that can control your AC simultaneously. Yeah. Yeah. Though I did realize cheap soldering, oh man, never buy cheap soldering stations. They are fucking trash. They are fucking so trash. Cheap things. We need a resistor kit, right? Resistor kit. This is the kit which says Amazon's choice. I want to know what kind of things do they provide in the kit. Let me just take an SS. No, I'm not available on any social media besides YouTube. And YouTube is not even considered social media. It's more like a content consumption area where you consume content. But yeah. So this is something. Control V, and we need a. Oh. No, I'm not on any, like, yeah, I may get on future, like, if I build up a website and website is done, if I want to advertise it, I may create an account on different platforms, but I'm not going to do that for now. Like, yeah, it's not the right time yet. Resistor, we bought resistors, we need what, like transistors, right? Resistors kit or something. Oh, transitory kit. I got the wrong spelling. Right. Different type of transistors. They have like an entire kit, and it's like, oh yeah, we got it. 10 in 1 transistor, 200 PC TOC set. This is the transistor, and how many we have? 200 pieces. Okay. This is not Amazon's choice, so it's kind of risky to buy, and there's only 2 buyers. You can look for something. Amazon. This is Amazon's choice. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you have in the box like R2R PNP kit set 3 pieces plastic box. Two and two. It doesn't even have two and two to do. What the hell? I need two and two. Is there no better? Uh. This is what I wanted. Yeah, this is what I wanted. This is the main transistors, right? 20 PNP, right? Yeah, they have like a kit of how many, and they have like a pretty good people who bought it. So from reviews, we can say it's not a facade. This packet. Oh, there's a lot of bad rating. Impressed with quality, number of pieces, night product. Only BC transistor, very good product. Not good. Not received as mentioned in that. I only see 50 baht instead of 60. There's no Ethernet. So they have a packaging problem, huh? I see. Fuck, that could actually fuck me over if they have a packaging problem. But it's 2 days, and I think it is returnable. Pay on delivery, 10-day replacement. Oh, it's replacement return. There's no return available. By the way, don't you have classes, by the way, buddy? Nikote AG OG Pro, whatever that is. Name. Yeah, don't you have classes, buddy? Like, it's morning right now, and it's Saturday. It's not even Sunday right now. So... And I think I should go with this one, yeah. It's 3.9. It's not too bad rating, so yeah. Like, I think you should have classes today, right? Because you said you're in 11th. Or do you have a dummy or something? Like, take a dummy or something, and like you study in afternoon and morning you're free. Like, classes in afternoon. That happens if you are in Akash or Ellen or something like that, specifically. These product do the job. Today I missed my school because of the rain. Oh, rain, yeah. Where do you live though? Just a kid buy it. There's a kid exactly what the kind I recommend 100. Yeah, so transit. Okay, this is also accepted by the ChatGPT, right? So now just we need to like go to cart and kind of like just orders everything that comes into the picture. Right. We do not need this right now. We do not need this right now, but in the future we would be needing both of them. No, no. I'm just kidding, buddy. I'm just kidding. If you don't want to go to school, that's up to you. It's your life, you know. I forgot to add the resistor kit. Oh, fuck no. Where was it? My girlfriend. Where does the girlfriend even come from? Resistor kit. Yeah, this one is the Amazon shade. And this one was the one I was like, recommended the ChatGPT, right? Let me just go on that. Yeah, 399. Yeah, this was the one, I guess. 39. Okay, 399. Yeah. Yeah, right. But that's because she messaged all the time, I guess. And yeah, she causes a lot of problem. But now it's kind of settled. So yeah, nothing actually problematic. In the past, it was with her. The total cost is fucking 2,000. Okay, we are not gonna buy this anymore. We're not buying this anymore. I can just delete them. Right. Dollars itna. Itna and itna and itna. Do I need this? No, I don't even need this. I shouldn't have deleted it though, but yeah. Total cost comes around 1,600. Okay. We got all the resistor kit we wanted. We all the transistor kit we wanted. We got the sensors. We got the yes. We got that. There's not anything else, right? So yeah, let's go with that. Well, yeah. I am kind of adult, you know. We got this, we got this, we got this. This may come on Monday. Oh, fast delivery. This is actually good. This may come on 21 July. 21 July. What's the date? What? You're shitting me. The date is 11 July. I literally can't wait that long. This may come on fast Monday. This will all come on Monday. Everything would come on Monday. That is actually kind of good thing. That is, but this thing, I mean, then we can actually add another we can just go for we are not waiting that long. We'll just go with the simple transistors that are most needed right now. 220 ohms, right? Yeah, we just add this to cart and get this first because it will be delivered in 2 days. Yeah, go to cart. Let's just add the price by a little. Let me just add that too. By the way, where are you both from? And she doesn't. What does that mean? I mean, not two of them, just one. So yeah, that's this. Everything is gone. Yeah, let's just proceed to buy. And now, since this is done, we need to go to now studying. I guess cash on delivery. Use this payment method. All right. 4th July, 13 July. 21. Right, so this would be coming on 21. This one is the only sus product in my list, but as for the rest, it's place your order. Yeah. By the way, where are you both from? And she doesn't miss you because you live for X. She doesn't miss me or she does miss me? I think she does message me all the time in the morning, even though she has classes. Actually, she messaged me throughout the day, but yeah. And by the way, where are you both from? Yeah, I think my address and stuff like that, I should not tell you that. Right, and it's not going to change anything even if you know, right? So yeah, that should not be told publicly. Though it doesn't really matter. Even if my address is known, it doesn't do anything. Neither I'm some superstar nor I'm some, yeah, so it doesn't really matter that much, but it's just better to not tell, you know? Yeah, so finally, we've got all the basic stuff we needed. Okay, now... Yeah. Soldering kit is done. The BME2 sensors are done. Oh, BME2 sensors are fall. Hardware is more about now you can. Yeah, I know you're not gonna do anything much with my address. There's literally nothing you can do. Even if you what are you gonna do with a guy who's you know? I do know that there's nothing you'll do, but still, I mean, it's like a public record, right? If someone searches it up or someone tries to find it, they can find it in the future too. Right, so that's not what I want. And since there are AIs that are trained so thoroughly on our data, you know, without our permission, yeah, anything now you say is a data stored. And in future, let's say they train data, not data, they train AI on my data or everyone's data, because they do train AI on everyone's data. You can pretty much find out. If you ask AI about some random person and their age and all that, it can actually literally reference the YouTube videos. Right, even if that person just has 100 views or something, because it's yeah, as long as there's a video old, they feed everything to an AI. Yeah, I'm not uncomfortable though, but yeah. Transistors kit also could. And ChatGPT, I also need like what they call what was the name of it? Yeah. Uh, wait a sec. Let me just cross that. ChatGPT, I also want like what they call a debugging. Like okay, no. So ChatGPT, how about like a debugging? Like because I have like BME 28 like sensor, and I want to know if it's alive or dead, if it's like receiving signals or not. Like for example, when I connect to what they call to my breadboard, I mean I do not even know if it's receiving signals, like or if something is sending signals or something like that. And I do have that. Like I do bought everything you told me. I do bought IR receiver BME 28. I've got the same development. I've got all the basic things. Resistor kit, I just buy it. I just buy multimeter right now, just right now. Components, like you asked me, oh, everything is bought. I didn't bought the USB logic analyzer for right now, but I'm most probably gonna buy that in the future, right? Like yeah, and high power 940 nm IR LED, I've already got that, so you don't have to like worry about anything. But I mean, what I do want is like I want like a debugging tool, or not debugging tool. I just wanna like make sure that my BME 28 is receiving electricity or something, or signals right now, right? I mean, I did try to change the wire, but it wasn't receiving any signal, nor it was getting detected. So I thought like, if you have a tool and if you want to see if the tool is alive or dead, how do you do that? Like if I have a sensor, I want to see like if sensor is working properly or not. How do you do that? What are the debugging tools for that? There's one thing you'll realize, buddy, if you ever do hardware, is that in hardware, majority of the stuff is debugging, right? You build something, and 99% of the time, you're just fixing it. Digital, they're actually file level, like digital multimeter. You already bought this. It's not actually getting there. Voltage, currently, example. Don't even look at the code. The sensor isn't powered. That alone solves probably 90% of your hardware issues. Two sensor. This is a software. You don't buy anything. You just tiny. Done or something. This is like yeah. This is some immediately sensor alive. Wrong wiring. Bad module. Without guessing. Whenever you buy a IC sensor, run the scanner first. Always. Cool. Suppose receives power. Sense ESP sends hello. Nothing comes back. No. Is ESP even talking? Looking at a Wi-Fi packet. Instead, you're looking at electricity. You'll literally see sending. Sensors that if both move, sensors are alive. This is why professional love logic analyzers. The king. The king. What? What the? Okay. The high low, it shows the actual voltage. You can see noise spikes, bad power, weak IR signal, PME, clock signals, everything. Professional labs always have one. They are expensive. You don't need one yet. They're expensive. But all use go. Okay, like let me just go with the most they are fucking expensive. Okay, a good one can even cost as far as 32,000. Cheapest one are that, but if you go for the Amazon choice cost about this, okay. And the bestsellers this, right? So yeah. So a good one cost about 10,000. A cheap one and something that barely works cost about 5,000. And this one also seems really nice though, the design. Noise signal, weak arm. They're expensive. You don't need thermal camera. This sounds funny, but professional literally. What chip is getting hot? Dead chip usually hot. Got very hot. No power, cold. IR test kit, USB logic. IR test kit. Okay, we have that. We have IR. Like yeah, later oscilloscope. Specifically a beam. Does wind measure? Yes. Step 2, run IC scanner found. Yes. Step 3, run BME example temperature. Yes, done. Not found. Measure SDA. Measure SCL. Logic analyzer. Replace sensor. The beautiful thing about hardware, notice something, you don't actually debug with intuition, you eliminate possibilities like a detective power, clock, data, address, code, sensor. Eventually they are the one explanation left. What are the possible state things you can take? He left, right? So one more thing, a USB IC style adapter or bus power. You mainly observe. This is the kind of the active talks to him. Control C. there. It's not that expensive. It's not that expensive at all. Like it's kind of cheap. And I bet it has utility, a lot of utility. I bet that. ChatGPT, yeah, multimeter already bought. That's AC controller, okay. Logic analyzer, yeah. I was about to give up on this because I literally thought of going into different project, but then that's like the real thing that I did realize is that, man, you just have to push through. Nothing is fucking easy in this universe. Nothing is fucking easy, I guess. Mm-hmm. Nothing has Amazon's choice. Like Amazon is like literally not recommended anything. Like yeah. Though I do need another thing. What they call USB extension. Yeah, Amazon Basics Foreign Hub. So I do need 4 of them. USB SD card, pin. Two-day. All 3 of them has 2-day now. Which one to buy? I do not need SSD or like storage extension or something like at this point. So nor do I need any audio problem, nor do I have any like USB. So I guess I need 4 ports. That's all I need. USB type. I think this Honeywell does that. I think it gives 4 ports. Okay. And this one? 4. Oh, therefore, okay, it's like 5. It's like 5 okay, 4 ports. Yeah. Honeywell also has 4 ports. Right. 4 Gbps, 400. 4 Gbps. Okay. 5 Gbps. Okay, they have 5 Gbps transfer. Right. So entire thing is like 5 Gbps USB. And here in Potronics, I think you have like a 5 GB if it's okay. USB 2, USB 2, USB 2. Like, but with 5, like, yeah, if it's 549, I get everything that I need. Like this Portronics thing is like the best seller or something. Ultra fast data transmission. It's like the maximum value per unit sold. That's what literally Portronics product right now is. And the thing is, it creates redundancy. In the future, if I do want to add an SD card or something, I have already like a, like literally, like I already have like, yeah, so if it creates redundancy, right? So it's like in the future, I just don't have to think much about it. And it does have USB 3 port, like one USB 3 and USB 2. It's not like I need 5 Gbps or something. It's not like I have to transfer a lot of data. And if I do have to transfer, I do have a port, like, yeah, let's go with the fucking Portronics one. You know what? Like, yeah, let's just buy it now. Not buy now, let's just add to cart for now. Wait a sec. We just need to add this to cart. Yeah, 5 Gbps and everything, but yeah, I get it. You have the best quality right now, but then again, I really don't need all of that shit. This was the one I have right now, right? This is the one I have right now. From Portronics. Oh, I bought such a cheap product. It fucking worked a lot better, huh? And what else? Like a USB, okay, yeah, adapter. So what is the difference between this and USB logic analyzer? Though I bet it creates redundancy, so I'm buying it one. Like, maybe watch a YouTube video on how USB logic analyzer works. Right, so let me just buy a USB, like not a buy, but watch a YouTube video on that. Right, guys, so that we have an idea or better idea as to, like, let me just get it here into my, like, yeah. How to use logic analyzer. There's someone who created like a, West Indian smart TV remote with logic analyzer. $4 logic analyzer. Okay.
This is an 8-channel logic analyzer. I bought it for the incredible price of only $6. It works for signals up to 24 MHz. Almost any microcontroller has at least one digital communication port. So if you want to analyze that digital output, you will definitely need a logic analyzer. To learn how this module works, I've prepared 3 simple examples for SPI, WART and I2C serial communications. So let's see how this chip analyzer works. Oscilloscope. A basic 2-channel oscilloscope could analyze almost any kind of analog signals. But if you work with digital signals and you want to see the real data that a specific pin is sending, you won't be able to do it with a normal oscilloscope, or at least not directly. You should manually count each bit, transform the value from a binary code to a decimal or hexadecimal code, and synchronize each data pack with a specific clock in case of a synchronized communication. This could work for a short signal or a signal that repeats a lot. But if you want to fast acquire a long digital transmission, you should definitely use a logic analyzer. There are oscilloscopes with a built-in logic digital scope, but usually those are very expensive. So if you're a beginner, I definitely recommend you to buy this ultra cheap logic analyzer. There are a lot of logic analyzer, but I think this is the cheapest one. It has 8 channels, which means that you could connect 8 different signals at the same time. For example, an SPI communication uses at least 4 signals. One is clock, then we have the master output slave input, and finally the master input slave output and the chip enable pin. To show you how this works, I will use this nRF24 radio module that uses the SPI communication with the Arduino. These are the pins of the radio module. I'll connect the nRF module to the Arduino and at the same time to the logic analyzer using a breadboard. I'll connect the MOSI pin to channel 0 of the logic analyzer, MISO to channel 1, clock to channel 2 and chip enable to channel 3. Now what you have to do is to download the next software. It's called Logic from Saleae. Yeah, weird name, but it's a product from China, so it's okay. But anyway, you can find the download link in the description down below. Install it and open the Logic software. This is the main panel. To start a new simulation, we first have to add a new analyzer. For that, we click this plus icon and select SPI analyzer.
There are people who are building tools all the time. There are people who are actually, but at the end of the day, the one who makes money are not the ones who actually build stuff. They are the ones who build stuff for the masses or the businesses that can pay money, right? There's so many softwares out there that are for created,
Here
right?
we select the use channel for each
I mean,
signal.
once we got like, I think this one is like the
Remember, we've
right one.
connected the MOSI pin to
Like, and we just need to confirm it from the ChatGPT or something, you know, to know like if this thing is gonna be the one that we need, right? And once we need that, we can actually goes on to build a lot of stuff, right? Okay, let's just confirm this thing. And it's kind of really cheap. I mean, it's kind of really cheap, so that's kind of like gives us the efficiency to actually USB to ICR adapter, like yeah. Now we have got a ESP32 hub, which will act like a brain. We've got the breadbone, which will supply wires with electricity and stuff. Like we got multimeter that will check if there's any problem and we can debug. We got a USB logic analyzer. We have to buy this later, but yeah. We have adjustable bench power supply. Okay, we don't have this. Oscilloscope is just too expensive, so we are not gonna go for this soldering station. We got the cheap one, which is works hot air rework station. We don't have this, and but we do not need to build professionally, right? That's why oscilloscope and a couple of things are just really too expensive, right? And someone actually joined the stream. Hello. All right. By the USB. Yeah, so is this the correct one? Correct one for the adapter. So currently what we are doing right now is like we are building a system, and the point of that system is it's pretty much tries to take your room information, and as you can see, like there's an AC in the background, which you probably cannot see because of the camera angle, but the thing is like it's an automated system, and what that automated system does, it like takes information from your like room, right? And wait a sec, you let me open up chat. All right. Oh, it's again you. Oh, it was you. I thought it was someone else, by the way. Okay, is it? Oh yeah, it's you. I thought a new person joined or something. Okay, Yeah, my system specification, they are low. I mean, 16 gigs of GB, like yeah, RTX 2050 or something, like i5 11 Gen or something. But I'm gonna change that. All right, I'm most probably update my laptop to 32 GB or something. That would kind of like get me through a couple of years more. After that, I'm gonna buy a new one. But yeah, is this the correct USB adapter? Right, to. Right, and we do need to know for what was it? Not this one. We do need like a logic analyzer. Since we are building a hardware.
Channel 0, MISO to 1, clock to 2 and enable to channel 3. We click save. Now we click here and edit the simulation settings. I will choose a simulation duration of 5 seconds and the maximum sample rate. I start the Arduino communication with the radio module and click start simulation. After I acquire all the data, I can see the final result.
Yeah, it's most probably RTX 2050.
I can zoom and see each data pack with more detail. If we click this analyzer settings icon, we can select the data format. Right now I can see the data value in hexadecimal format. I select binary. You can see here that now we have only zeros and ones. You could select from. To show you an example, I use this AC06 Bluetooth module which uses wired communication. I'll connect ground and supply 5 volts from the Arduino. I'll connect the TX pin from the Bluetooth module to channel 0 of the logic analyzer. I will use my app to send text to the Bluetooth module. You could download this app from a link below. I connect my smartphone to the Bluetooth module and type the text, "Hi there YouTube." Before I click send, I start the logic simulation. I click send and stop the simulation. As you can see, this is what I received. I changed the hexadecimal format to ASCII and here we go. The text has been.
Like this is bought by a lot of stuff, so I kind of have to trust this one. For logic analyzer, I guess, like yeah. So we have mail-to-mail wires and yeah, so kind of like test that from. Like, but someone needs to have like a supply or something, right? I guess, yeah. So yeah, this is like the product. Right, let me take another screenshot and upload that to ChatGPT. Alright. This analyzer, good. It takes time to upload, yeah.
Received with no.
And the thing is, like, if you have a 16 gigs of like a monitor, let's say I'm like running more than like a 1020 apps, like running 3 monitors, running streaming, like you know OBS, like you know, and there are times when I code too. So if I go to performance, and I'm gonna, you can see memory is already being used like 12 GB or something, but I'm gonna tell you that it kind of like keeps about like 3 GB cached, right? So that means it's not gonna use that remaining couple GB, right? And the reason for that is like it doesn't want the computer to like and I think I should if I enable that cached, like it's like it's gonna start using it if there's an emergency or something. If I like open up a lot of things for the computer to not glitch, so it kind of like tries its best. That's why it's slightly laggy on my different monitor. On my main monitor, nothing feels laggy, right? But like like scrolling mouse, it's slightly laggy on the different because I have 4 monitors, right? So yeah, like you can only see the one monitor because that's what I stream, but I have multiple monitors, right? So yeah, I think actually I should available 3.6 and it kind of like it tries its best to actually maintain. And then you have GPU that's working 55%, video encode, it's working efficiently, dedicated, so it's working there too. Wi-Fi is working, GPU is working a little bit, as you can see. Right, CPU is working a lot, but I think the biggest bottleneck that I have right now is memory. Like you can see, GPU 1 is not working that hard, right? It's kind of stable, but it's working in video encode. Video encoding is happening because I have multiple monitors connected. If I actually remove the video encode, multiple monitors, this would become 0, right? That's why if you are gaming, you shouldn't use multiple monitors. You should just use one monitor because multiple monitor requires insane amount of video encoding, all right? And you have a GPU, you can see it's not even getting used, literally, right? Wi-Fi is pretty much good enough. Like disk is not even getting used. Like the only bottleneck I have is memory. I need it to be 32, and I think for that I can like and for that like if I got that I can actually stream like without any problems and without even a slight bit of lag for the next couple of years, right? Like at least for 4 or 5 years without having to buy something new. Okay, you are actually messaging me something. Wait a sec. Let me open up the chat. Ah, no. In laptop, it gets that heat commonly. Like I can connect the cooler though. I do have one. Wait a sec. Yeah, but it's normal. It's normal. Like it gets 75 and 80 is like where it's like slightly like what you consider heated up, and after that it's like problematic. It gets that heated up all the time. Like that's just like yeah, and it shows that much. It's not actually heated from the outside that much if you actually touch it. Yeah. And RDX 2050 is like, okay, is it okay, it's NVIDIA GeForce RDX 20. Yeah, it's RDX 2050. Yeah. Yeah, I do need more RAM though. I do need more RAM. Yeah, because you have RDX 3060, right? So that means you have better because in order to run RDX 3060 you need like a no, like yeah, the because you have RDX 3060 and it requires you have better, processor or something, and maybe you're not multitasking or something. I mean, not the one that I was drifting. Oh, really? I didn't knew that. What? Really? If you... Maybe I should then keep on the cooler on. At least it's going to decrease the temperature by 5 to 6 degrees or something. And my room is pretty, like, cool, I guess. Ah, I didn't knew that. Really? Mm-hmm. Okay, bench power supply. What is that? Yeah, buddy. Yeah. I'm not. I do. I'm not saying I don't trust you. You're literally on my cooler. Don't worry. Like, yeah. Ah, power supply station. That cost a lot. This costs a lot. Like, yeah, and it doesn't like yeah. We need these later, but yeah, logic analyzer. Let's get that. And I think we got 90% of like everything. So let's just remove that. I thought this was important. Like high tech. Let's just add this to cart. All right. And like yeah, proceed to buy 10 items. No, we need to go to cart. All right. Minus. No, I don't want to buy them too. One bestseller. Right. And will come by 15 July. But yeah, let's buy these 2 items, which is proceed to buy. It is the thing I'm buying is right? Yeah, high tech. Yeah. Place your order. So I have order worth of 3,500 or something, right? Or something like that. Amazon choice is this one, right? So yeah, we could get this one, power supply or something. But that's for the future products, right? Yeah, everything has its own utility. Finally, man, finally, all the debugging sets, all the execute. I think we have ordered pretty much like almost all the things that we need to, like, yeah. Return and orders. So we have arriving Wednesday, arriving Monday. A lot of things are arriving Monday. Arriving Monday, yeah. So on Monday, like, yeah. And where is the, wait, arriving Wednesday? Yeah. These are having a lot later, but yeah, we got everything that like this is like 1,500, 2,000, so that's like a 3,800 rupees or something, right? And in total, that's like a 4,000 rupees worth of order that we ordered today. Like yeah, and for 4,000 rupees or 5,000, you can get like all your scope, right? But then again, you won't be able to get all this stuff, right? Yeah. By the way, what are you doing? Are you studying right now, by the way? OG? Nicola OG Pro? Like, buddy, are you studying or something? Or what are you doing right now?
ASCII is the abbreviation of American Standard Code for Information Interchange and is a character encoded system. You could also see the word bits, but be careful. The last bit is the most significant bit, so if I
You learn how to use a cheap logic analyzer, instrument basic logic analyzer. Yeah, I think I should get more RAM. Yeah, and I need to ask ChatGPT about something too. GPT, I'm like kind of stream sometimes, and I have multiple like 3 monitors like connected, and they are lagging when I stream. But when I'm not streaming, they're not lagging. Like for some reason, right? And I want to know. Like, I'm gonna send you specification for all of my task manager or something. Like, yeah. And I want you to tell me what is the biggest bottleneck. Yeah. It's been a long time since I last used like social media. Whenever I use like YouTube, it's always because I have some problem. And I'm gonna send you. Yeah, my brother do. My little brother do knows a lot. Do know a lot about these kind of stuff, like actually phone, mobile, and GPUs and stuff like that. He do has his own laptop too. Let me go with the GPU performance or something. Like, yeah, let me just go with this. First of all, we got GPU. No, yeah, and then we got memory, right? So, okay, how do I get it? Like, okay. I can get like a copy at some place, right? Yeah, man, it's been a long time since I what they call last use social media or something. So yeah. We need control and we need a new one, right? So internal IRX is not getting used, but I think our GPU for multi-monitor has been constantly dedicated, which is like a control. Well, I did used to be on social media when I was 15 or something, but then I kind of like quitted it. And after that, I never came back to those things. I did used to have a lot of addiction that kind of like wasted a lot of time in the past. Yeah, and then I'll know what the biggest bottleneck is. Like, the RAM is the biggest bottleneck. Exactly, right? Yeah, streaming your family running it tight. The 3 monitors and each Chrome tab can easily consume. Right, that's the thing. 19 GB while your physical only have 16 on the page file. This causes shuddering. CPU is in the bottleneck. CPU is 50. Occasionally, it's not perfectly fine. If your CPU, so it's now obvious encoding overload tracking. RDX isn't close to full. Temperature only. Like I told you, right? Temperature isn't really that bad, I guess. Like 57 is like, yeah. Dedicated VRAM only. Point that's extremely low. The CPU has a lot of room. The internal GPU is also active. So it isn't the not the button like 16 biggest button. Possibly. Man, I just fucking knew. But how would I get 9,000 rupees for like that? Now I need to add like a 2. What they call. If you'll use all those things properly, then there will never be a problem. What those things? Social media? I think social media in itself causes unnecessary problem, right? It kind of like hijacks attention, talks about different stuff that doesn't actually need attention or anything like that, right? I need to get a RAM, right? And we need to get like more RAM because the requested RAM is 19 GB. The biggest question: which monitor is plugged into GPU? Encoder. Let me go to settings. We have upper, and we have bitrate streaming, right? Encoder. Encoder preset. We have encoder preset. It's encoder, but audio encoder. We have audio encoder with a video bitrate video encoder. Yeah, hardware NVC. Yeah, we are on NV, like NVENC, right? Not HVC or something like that. So H.24, right? So I think this is kind of already not a problem, right? So, but I still should cross-check it just one time because, like, yeah. Control V. I already use what all right, coder. That, like, first of all, we need to have that, and then that's another display incompressive via likelihood the cost, the screenshot alone. CPU, GPU, SSD. Okay, I've sent you the screenshot of OBS setting, like output streaming, right? And the video has the same output. Right, let me just check that too, actually, video output. Yeah, recording has the same output. And let me add another screenshot just for the betterment. Like the requested RAM is 19 GB, but it's only allowing 16 GB to work. I think that is like the biggest possible bottleneck you can have in like existence. Damn, I do need to convince my dad that I fucking need like at least 24 gigs of RAM, right? What do you say again? Uji, whatever the name was. If you all these things properly, then you'll never have a problem. I still don't get what you mean by that. Could you explain more? And also like yeah, my I think like the RAM is the biggest, like, yeah, the RAM is the biggest limitation. I'm using display link, but yeah, I bought the better version, like one that costs 4,800 rupees, which has like the ability to actually, you know, stream like 4K and 2K, and especially like even with that ability, I'm just like streaming like 1080p monitors, right? Two 1080p monitors, and there is one 2K monitor which is directly connected to my laptop HDMI, right? So yeah, two monitors connected to my display link, one is directly connected to my HDMI, right? And the thing is, like, I don't think so there's any problem with display link. Like, it's just a prediction, because like when I'm not streaming, nothing happens. Like, display link works efficiently well. Like, the quality and everything of the stream is like really good, and there's no problem, right? Like, yeah. So which one is the like the biggest bottleneck right now? What do you think? Okay, yeah. So you said what? But what happened to you that you stopped using social media? Browse search appearance on Windows search bar. Set to high performance. Yeah, I can do that simple tweaks, but those simple tweaks doesn't work much. Appearance. Or was it performance rather than appearance? You actually wrote a performance. Performance monitor. It's a monitor, right? 60% of the problem. You're using just high. It's under sustained pressure, right? Good quality. Coders like, because I think 16 GB, 12 GB already is used. Windows may compress enable. Streaming OBS memory uses from OBS browser. Itna display link software. Itna Discord USB Android IDE 3 desktop. Once Windows start compressing memory pack in the desktop window manager, which shows all the managers can become. I don't actually think it's bad, but the important point is different. So like when you are not streaming, the display link is sent pixel to your monitor. Capture the desktop. Was it screen send frames to with display link is still compressing video for 2 displays. That's extra work. Think of it like, yeah, the display link is getting heat up too without streaming. GPU OBS capture desktop, NVIDIA encode stream, and GPU display link compresses to monitor. That entirely possible for display link to feel perfect during normal. That's healthy. Like, yeah, the CPU looks healthy. There's only one thing concerned. GPU. From your screenshot that tells you Windows actively using both GPUs if OBS is streaming. I think you're hitting on lots of small taxes. None of these individual are huge. Together they add latency enough for the Windows. DDR4 if your laptop supports it. It's not faster, not dark, not faster SSD, just RAM. Limit memory compression, reduce package while often has a disproportionately positive effect on overall response during multitasking. OBS is a built-in value streaming. Open up view stats. Send me the current screenshot of. Okay. You have a view and you have like, yeah, I think in docs you have stats, right? Okay, it's getting, yeah, CPU usage, right? So we need RAM. We need more RAM for streaming, I guess, at this point. Like, yeah, we need insane more RAM. This gives us more data, or this gives more data. Okay, it's telling me to, if it's still laggy, if I remove display link. Let's just remove display link. That pretty much changes my entire setup, right? I removed the display link now. So, is it got better or is it just the same lag or performance is still the same? Right, let's just see task manager. Let's just see, we removed the committed. What does this show? Driver version. How do you find committed? Shared memory utilization 6. Okay, oh yeah, you need to go to memory, right? Committed 16 GB. Still it's 16.8 GB is committed out of 20.9. But it's starting to compress, right? We need 24 gigs of RAM to kind of like get all of this done. At least. Isolate one variable after selling all the screenshot. RAM is the dominant. I do think, but I do think ChatGPT, like having memory, like, you know, like, yeah, nothing is actually in the problem. The biggest problem is like, yeah, the RAM. So like even right now, I disconnected what they call display link, right? So when I disconnect them, like if I go to memory, like it shows me committed at 16.7 GB, right? But as soon as I connect display link, like the committed becomes 18.6 or 7 GB, right? It's like yeah, display link in itself requires about 2 GB. Like you can say 1 GB per screen or something. That's why I need 20. Like I need to add like yeah, I need to have a 24 GB like PC or something because nothing is actually problem. It's like as soon as I connect now, it's committed 18 GB. Like yeah, 18.9, and it even reaches 19 GB sometimes. And back then it was just committed 16 point something GB. So that's like a difference, right? Like in memory. That's an insane difference. So in order to fix all this, like it was already slightly laggy because it was already like at the working at the maximum throughput, right? I mean, we need like 24 if not 32 gigs of RAM, man, honestly. Yeah, I need to improve the sequence become I need to improve my RAM. Like at least make it 24, and then I guess everything would be like yeah, even when I'm like yeah, when I'm using Arduino or something, like yeah, I could use successfully to all the way to like that would give me a 10 GB headspace, right, which will allow me to stream better, right? And yeah, Arduino or something. Let me just see how much committed it is, like when it comes to like Arduino or something, right? So when I'm like working at my max, so when I connect to my little monitors, right? I've connected, and then let's just open up Arduino, right? And the anti-gravity IDE, Arduino, IDE. Like if I open up all that and if I look at the transmitter, you would see that the it's much skyrocket, right? Like the committed becomes 60 GB or something, right? And especially when the AI is working or something, right? The committed skyrockets, right? So we do need like a 24 gigs of RAM, if not what they call like a. The committed become 21. 20, yeah. So yeah, that's why cached 800 in use is 15 GB. So now it's using 15 GB, and that's why there's insane lag on my monitors. Right, there's insane lag. So we do need like a like I think 24 will fix all the problem with like streaming and all that, all right? Yeah, 24 is like the biggest bottleneck. I think I need 24 gigs of RAM. Right, yeah, we do need 24 gigs of RAM, man. Like yeah, literally. Three monitors, OBS, Chrome with many tabs, CVS code, Azure ID, documentation, Discord. So Windows is near its limit. The only thing I had to verify buying it. No, my model generally works fine with 32 gigs of like, yeah, the maximum limit is 32 GB, so yeah, it can actually support that much, right? So I think I should get this done today or something. All right, guys, so we should go and yeah. But as of now, I'm just gonna replace one because I do have 2 sticks of 8 GB RAM, so I'm gonna replace them and remove one and then add a like, yeah, this is the thing. I'm gonna remove one and add like a 16 GB RAM or something, and then I'm gonna and work at the 24 GB. And I think what I did realize when I open up everything, like the committed RAM was was 24 to 25 GB, right? Like that was like committed. So if I when I run everything like multiple tabs and everything open. So yeah, I do need 32 GB. If I have 32 GB, everything would run smooth. And if I have 24 GB, everything would run. It may not run perfect, but it would run catastrophically better than right now, and there would be not much lag. Right? That's what I realized. Right? So I do need to get at least 24 GB RAM, but in the future I can replace another stick and get another 32 GB RAM or something, yeah. This laptop is just 3 years old. We can use it for a long time now. Intermediate step. Paging in disk, less memory compression suited. Yeah. Other stick. Smoother under heavy multitasking 30 is very reasonable target. Will likely still help, but yeah. Heavy session overall. Yeah. So okay, we need to So now everything is kind of done, guys. I mean, we need to upgrade our RAM to laptop's RAM and all the monitors because I am gonna update my RAM. Now now it feels like a lot smoother, right? Literally a lot smoother, right? Okay, I didn't know I had 4 tabs of Obsidian going on in the background. So you get the stuff, and it's not like just a tab, it's like all the things that are connected, that requires RAM. It's like all the things that are connected. Oh yeah, it's just so much better. But yeah, we do need 24 gigs of RAM, man. 24 gigs of RAM, that's like a reasonable thing to target or something, honestly. And it is still slightly lagging because if I literally go to my task manager, even when nothing is running, and I think it does easily hit its it does. He did reach committed 16, and it asked for so it is still working more, and it is still trying to compress the stuff. So it is still asking for more than what it has, right? And I think the biggest reason behind that is the first of all, running multiple monitor, which increased the demand by 2 GB. If I remove the multiple monitor, everything goes on smooth. Right, and I do not need multiple monitors anymore, honestly, because I'm not actually coding today, and now we're just gonna read. I need multiple monitors extremely when I'm now reading. So let's just disconnect multiple monitors, which literally takes a sec, and whoa, everything goes so smooth now. Right, and if you go to here, as soon as I remove multiple monitors, so it becomes 14 GB. So that's within the range, right? But we can see it's asked for 25. Even if you connect, I think the reasonable target is to go for 32 GB or something. But yeah. I think I should go and ask for the person there in charge, if I want to update it to, or something. So yeah, I'll be come back in a minute or something like that after eating something or maybe going to washroom, and then we'll continue reading where we left off yesterday because we ended up buying a lot of stuff. We ended up analyzing a lot of stuff. We now have to update our RAM because at the end of the day, it's all about workflow that we can sustain for 4 or 5 years, right? So that we don't have to think about anymore. So yeah, that's gonna at least 4 or 5 years. I think that's a reasonable target. This laptop is already 3 years old, but I think you can kind of make it run for the next 4 or 5 years, right? Pretty well. especially with our workspace. And if not, then yeah, in the next 2 years I would buy a better one. Then, oh, I got no choice, right? And then took the old RAM and upload that into the new one, right? Yeah, but you get the gist, right, guys? Hmm. Yeah, I'll be back in a couple of minutes then. Why it's constantly opening up there? So now this is your okay. Now this is your brain, and it kind of like gets information from the surroundings. It kind of like constantly gets. Okay, I do feel like the smoothness is a lot less because the entire area is like, yeah, I would like it to be far more smooth, but yeah, you get the gist. Like the problem is I'm constantly changing the stuff, so yeah. Yeah. S- Yeah, it's working efficiently. Yeah. So now we just need to read and drink a lot of water and upgrade our RAM. And be back in a couple of minutes after taking some from fresh air. Yeah. Right, guys, so I'm back. We'll be studying for about a couple of minutes, and then okay, let me test out something here in performance. And I just want to see. We have 2 slots, and 2 of them I use, man. You have to replace these 2 slots with 32 gigs of RAM, and that would cost us a lot of money. Right. Oh man, I just don't know at this point what to do. Because currently the monitor lags, right? Like my PC lags. I just need at least like per se like 24 gigs of RAM or something. Yeah, I did check my brother's monitor. Turned out he doesn't have any like what they call it, like, yeah, double slots. So I cannot add my 8 and 8 gigs of GB of RAM to his laptop and take his 16 GB and apply that to my, and then bought a new 16 one. But I just can't do that, so I have to replace both of them, like, to some degree, right? Yeah. Yeah, man. Why is everything so expensive? This is the kind of thing is important in central. Right. So now we are separation and selective enchantment, right? So this is like the biggest part we're gonna read today, but yeah. Yeah. How do we have one chat rate when there's no concurrent views? Like what? It shows chat rate is 1, but the concurrent views is of course 0. So then how is like chat rate is 1? What's your laptop name? Okay, it's Lenovo. I don't know, something like that. Like I bought it about a couple of years ago. Bro, you ignore my one question. Yeah, yeah. I didn't notice it, and I was AFK. So like, how would I know, man? But it's Lenovo something IdeaPad. Like, yeah, IdeaPad gaming or something like that. Something like that, right? Yeah, that's what it is. I do not remember the specific name, but yeah. Um, I don't know why it's still showing the chat rate one. Like, yeah, but I guess, yeah. Can I not remove this learn mode thing? It's just like they have their own guidelines, but still, can I not fucking? Yeah. So here's the idea: is like separation and selectment, and like, you know what they call enchantment to selectively represent the world. Oh yeah, I do need like what they call I do need to connect the multiple monitors, man. I do need now. I need RAM. Now I got the monitors, but now I need RAM. It's like you get one thing and then you get like and then you want like next big thing, right? And then I have to get the hardware to actually build the system that we are building. But I definitely need more RAM, man. I definitely need at least 24 gigs of RAM. And I am gonna get it done by in a couple of days, because like I am gonna build the systems, and then I wouldn't be able to stream because I don't have RAM. And if like I am not like, yeah, I need to see like how much like storage, like, you know, but yeah, if I do want to stream, I need more RAM. I need about 24 gigs of RAM or something, right? So something specifically to that, right? And then yeah, so yeah, that's 24, but yeah. It is slightly laggy. I can still, I think like when I'm not streaming, everything is all right, and I can get everything to like, yeah, work. But then again, no recording problem. What hidden state? Yeah, it's an inference problem. Like, yeah, what do you infer from what comes? And yeah, it's like coming again and again. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. We're making prediction what improves the better system. That kind of like, yeah, we're constantly reducing uncertainty about our environment, about ourselves, about the things we are doing. like constantly in this recursive loop of reducing uncertainty about everything, specifically in general or something, which kind of like, yeah, is our main motive of, like, not main motive of life, you get the gist that I'm saying, but it's more like a, it's like a main motive of life to kind of like constantly reduce uncertainty or something, I guess. Right, about ourselves, about our environment, about the things. I mean, it's getting like, okay, it's getting more and more. Wait a sec, wait a sec. If I just get it like this, okay, not this. If I get it like this, it's getting more and more thick. I don't realize, but I've been resting for the last 2 days, and I think I bet it got thicker and more stronger for some reason. And I haven't been going to like a, like, yeah, this doesn't look much, but yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. Fuck, my muscles are growing, I guess. Yeah, which is a good thing. But I think we do need to get back to our work. Oh my gosh. Um, chat, right? Wait a sec. We got a chat. Us. What do you mean by us? It's only you at this point. What? Uh-huh. Though, if you want to see, it's like just 3 monitors in front of me or something. Yeah, it's not the best, but how would I show, right? It's neither the best nor the worst. It's actually a pretty good setup, by the way. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Though I wouldn't say it's the best setup or something. But yeah. And I guess when I got 32 gigs of RAM too, like, yeah, that would be actually pretty awesome. Alright. But now I think we should get back to our, what do you call that, like a studying program, right? Like, let's just go back to studying, buddy, right? Screen and face, yeah. Oh, the webcam I use is like Caro or something, like a Caro cam or something. It's cost about 3 or 4 thousand rupees. Not the, like, yeah, it works pretty efficiently well. I wouldn't say it's the best. You can buy like for better ones for like 8 to 9,000 rupees, right? But yeah, this one works. These models are correct and depends circle. They represent the wall in the perception. If these models are correct. Ah, did I got close? Okay. We did had what they call okay, this topic was done, and then we were like on this system suppression and selective. And the idea was simple: send screenshot first. The competence of type selective. Oh yeah. For a second. Think like a scientist. Imagine the hierarchy highest level. If you now compare with reality, remember reality contains both. The face the house becomes an explained prediction error, etc. Yeah, yeah, I do know that. The ignored image grows. Yeah, I do. I can get commission, but I don't really want to do that. You're right. And it's not like I have hundreds of thousands of views every day. If I get about 1,000 views like every stream, like then it's worth to actually have like that kind of thing. Like, you know, it takes a lot of time to set up these things, right? Setting up the green screen, and there's pretty much better things to buy, right? I mean, you do give advice about what to do, what not to do, buddy. But I would say like I already have a lot of things. Like right now, the more important thing rather than setting that up would be to get and build the hardware that needs to be built for the project. And after that, you know, I need to buy like a RAM and update the RAM, like, you know, and read the book. I mean, those are far much more important thing. And there's only so much time I have in the day. I have to go to gym too, and then there's my friends and girlfriends too. So you get the gist, right, buddy? Yeah. The sentence is the key clocks, right? No single hypothesis counts for all data. That is the whole problem. Normally, there is one explanation, for example. don't overlap literally. Objects don't literally, so it refuses to believe is real. Instead, it says it must be wrong. Then it tries another explanation. Infinite centers. Hey, by the way, do you like me with beard or without beard? By the way, that's a random question, but yeah, yesterday I had a beard, right? I got a cut, so yeah. Oh, I did concept integrated was 12, right? But yeah. Phase hypothesis, this is one of the, like, yeah, I think this is what the suppression is all about. Handling away. But there is more to systematic that ensures the suppression and damping alone. Suppression P delivers sharply and selective and hand selective. This is because PP points kind of complex architecture, one that at each level combines reproduction into which estimation of errors. With this proposal, what really gets suppressed, explained away, or called out in this, which in these one list step A. By dedicated error unit, these are the indexing from the so-called representation unit, then go the causes of sensor input. Error unit's activity in some of the looking at the activity of some of the. Oh, without beard I look kinda better, I see. Can't avoid any direct conflict with the count. ChatGPT, there's constantly like flow of new sensory information, and there's like how sensory information get like removed or something. Okay, not removed but suppressed or something, right? Like that. Come again. Yeah. So ChatGPT, you see, like, there's a lot of information that comes to the body, and there's lots of information that kind of leaks out or something. But I mean, if you look from the model, it's like for long periods of life, in my life too. I mean, if there's like different forms of information that I used to consume, and what happens to those kind of predictive models that you build up, right? Because they are prediction error, and then you sell the prediction error about life, let's say about personality, about identity, and about that, and it's like, for example, like I'll give you an example. It's been such a long time since I last thought about meaning of life and stuff like that, like philosophical stuff, right? And yesterday, I just happened to read this one book called A Man's Search for like Meaning. I didn't read it. I just revised it. I've read the book entirely, and all the different like understanding and perception that I've made about a couple of years ago start coming back to me. Right? I mean, like coming back to me. So I was like starting thinking about those kind of stuff out of nowhere, and those predictions and those the things that I've actually understood, and they were coming back at me, like this realization and the sensation or stuff like that, right? Especially like the realization I had back then. So they were coming back at me, and I just like So what was happening in that moment? Like, okay, so like the brain tries to reduce the prediction error, so it's like try to Yeah, the bell ringing sound is do coming from the background though. Like, do you want me to change the sound or something to, let's per se, we can close that up, and we can actually change that to distant thunder, right? That kind of distant thunder is kind of really relaxing. Yeah. And if it's constantly trying to explain away the prediction errors, right, by the model it has, like for example, you're focusing on different. Like right now, I'm creating a software, focusing on business, right, and so like and stuff like that, and focusing at hardware and multiple, and focusing at gym and something like that, and like there's multiple models of reality I'm building simultaneously across different, and there's our links, right? How everything has links. But I think like if I start thinking about, okay, what is like the link between every per se the every model of reality that I have, like honestly, like then like is the brain constantly trying to like a link or something these models, because like there are prediction errors that are reuse multiple domains, and there are some couple of principles that multiple domains have. So the brain do tries to connect those domains, right? Because like I think I did realize in every domain there's this simple thing which is iteration and feedback. You don't know actually what reduces uncertainty, what improves game. You have just different goals, and those goals actually need to building up different systems, right? And in these systems, like if you sustain multiple systems, what you do realize the cash flow explodes, or from that I mean it's like the amount of money that you'll need to actually sustain those systems skyrockets. Like system one, like it multiplies, right? Like the amount of money, it's like kind of like it doesn't multiply, it adds up. It's not like multiplication literally happening, but it's like it's become all linear. So the cost of sustaining multiple systems becomes so hard, right? I did realize that, and what I did also realize in every system, like you don't know exactly what reduces uncertainty, so you keep on iterating until you get feedback into what actually reduces uncertainty, right? You see what I'm saying, right? And then I think there are systems, or there are parts of life where in the past you've already reduced uncertainty about, right? And there's constantly nothing coming into your system. They constantly spike uncertainty about those parts or something, right? But each time you are building a bit, like I think a lot of models of reality are not connected. Like they are like domain specific, context specific. They allow you to reduce uncertainty in the certain context, and sometimes they get connected by meta principles, which is like iteration and feedback. But yeah. And I think generative, that's why it's called generative model. Like it's like probabilities are stored, and then they come again and again when you are generating or something, I guess. Oh, you did ended up like, yeah. How about, buddy, like right now when I read, yeah. And by the way, when I read, like when I go for break, you can chat that time, or when I'm actually streaming code, because coding isn't required that much concentration while reading does. Right. So like I would appreciate if you do not do chatting, or send messages like, when I'm like, yeah, or when I'm like talking to ChatGPT, you can send messages to them. But if I'm specifically reading, I would like rather have you not send chats, right? Like that would be better for my focus, buddy. Well, if there were a lot of people in the stream, I would have just closed the chat. But since there's only you, I mean, it doesn't hurt to keep it open. I think you're circling around a very deep idea, but you have mixed together three different layers that are what's separating. Once you separate them, the picture becomes much clearer. Local predictive models, they are very domain specific. How you catch a ball, how you type on a key, how you talk to your father, how to debug a software, how to win. Each predictive model specialized for one part of reality. When you stop using the one for 3 months, it doesn't necessarily less active because nothing is currently recreating them. Now consider your example. I've reread the mentor's internally old realities and came back. Activated a network that originally formed while reading or reflecting books, and once enough of these network becomes active, activation spread as a Franklin, meaning suffering, responsibility, own experiences, old emotional states. Revealing a file and more, reconstructing a state. Memory is in the brain is like generally the reconstructing rather than replaying as recording. But I think you're really interested. You asked, did my brain try to connect these? Yes, in fact, that's probably one of those. Separate model, business, coding, gym, evolution. Over time, the brain noticed regularities that appear in many places. For example, prediction, action, feedback, update. You notice something. Her level model. Oh, it's my lunchtime. Question to stream with 0 views. I hope one day. Yeah, that would be great if I get a lot of people who watch, right? Is your real name actually Varik? Of course not, man. Does Indians have a name called Varik? No, man, they don't have. The brain tends to integrate models with doing so, improving predictions, right? Keep models separate is actually better. No, I'm not a Christian. I'm agnostic. Agnostic people are someone who don't believe in any religion. This is important to remember that error neurons label can equally well be conceived as a variety of representation neurons. Ah, that's like a big sister or something. Right, the wood. That's like a big sister. To actually, mm-hmm. Yeah, it's alright if you're curious. Nothing to be no reason to be sad, you know. This increase uncertainty about the future's possible state, you know. Means internal represent uncertain non-exclusive points here includes the use of the instinct population of neurons, variety of probabilistic. The form of probabilistic general model. Like yeah, now we'll get the we'll give like the screenshot and ask ChatGPT to explain the stuff, and then we'll read the stuff. You know, that kind of like is better. But I'm not gonna lie, I do need 24 gigs of RAM. Like this is laggy. Like this is really laggy. Just 8 gigs of RAM. Like because I'm using my system to the max limits, right? That's why, because streaming in itself consumes a lot of RAM. Back then when I was using the laptop, 16 GB is pretty much more than enough, but OBS takes about 4 to 6 GB of like uses. So that's like, I would like right now, like if you just go to like task manager, like yeah, it's the Windows is caching, right? Like I can use all that stuff. Like yeah, it's like I'm like yeah, I'm only using 11, but yeah, the committed it's showing is like 83.3 or something. Yeah, so what it pretty much shows is like And I bet when I use this all those software, I would need 32 gigs. But yeah, 24. Like if I get 24 gigs of RAM, that is pretty much more than enough for me to. Wait, what? Yeah, her English is kind of OP too, right? Yeah, we are kind of similar in a lot of sense or something. So yeah, and she's Indian too. Same kind of people attract the same people, right? But yeah, the committed is shows like 18 or something. That means like we need to get at least 24 or something for it to work efficiently or smooth. Like yeah, it would be smooth once I get 24 gigs of RAM. Yeah, her English is kind of awesome too, right? Because she reads a lot of books too. So yeah, and she's Indian too. But yeah, she's also someone who really loves reading a lot of books, right? It stores probabilities. Oh, I need to really quickly go to washroom. I'll be back in less than a minute, actually. Yeah. Mm. By the way, OG Pro, like, are you you're male, right? I mean, I did consider you male. Don't tell me you're a female. That would be so hilarious. But yeah, I bet you are a male. Oh, he left. That's great. That's not great, actually. But yeah, into books and Belief updating. I should go downstairs and eat food too, man. Yeah. I should go downstairs and eat food, guys. I'll be back. if I, so I am kind of more leaning on this side than that side. So I should have it like this. I'm definitely, even though I'm leaning for some reason, this is what's causing my, is it the camera angle? Wait a sec. Okay, like this side should be something like this. Ah, my back is like, not like that. It's like this. That's why it's not the floor which caused the problem. It's the back. I see, I see. So the reason why I'm like this, it's because, yeah, just like that. It's because this kind of like getting used to this, rather than, yeah. That's just much more efficient, right? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, right. Guys, we are having some reflection, so yeah. Because I'm currently not in the state to go back to reading that fucking hot book. What are apparent problems that I need to solve? I opened up I accidentally opened a Microsoft IDE, huh? This is going on. Let me just get it somewhere else where other people cannot see it, because I don't want passers to see the things. Guys, that's for today. We're gonna do tomorrow then.